on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Boise State's offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It is amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The short hands. It's Sherrod. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Snagged in the middle, it's Bates. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Broncos are facing 3rd and inches. Runs through a tackle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now after the misfire, it leaves them with 3rd and goal from the 3. Wideout trying to get it in. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boise State.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run, run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UNLV's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead.
Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Rebels are in the hurry-up. UNLV is coming off its best two-year stretch in school history, but they've got a new coach, but an experienced one in Dan Mullen, who has more than 100 wins on his resume.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Reese. Dan Mullen. Like, he's inheriting a team that was very successful. They were one game away from going to the college football playoff. That's how good they were. A lot of experience, a lot of good moments, and a building program.
And he's a really good mind on offense, no question about it. Very, very creative. So you expect that to continue at...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. On the move, he fires.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, they're trying to hit the slant, right? That's a bang-bang type play. It's got to happen fast. Good throw. Receiver just couldn't come up with the catch.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The screen, he can go. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. Probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Fires to the big fella. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Broncos racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll go to the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point.
14, UNLV, 0.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Rebels come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll go to the sneak. The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Thomas. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Finds a little space. There he goes! They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback just flat missed him, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Orji. Moves around to clear up the vision.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wants to go up top. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time he's got his man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're hoping for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Madsen. Gets it to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Snagged out of the air. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Broncos back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Broncos! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
UNLV 10.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Off play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to pass, it's Orji. Fires on the run. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another down.
To the air. It's Orji. Hit as he throws. Wide open downfield. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but they need the clock to be on our side, so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Finds his man, it's Bates. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Broncos look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Broncos will snap it on first and 10. Going to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Broncos didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Snead gets it done. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
16.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rebels offense is back on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Quick strike complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Bringing the heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Going to swing it on second down. This time it's complete. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. To the air on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Fires downfield. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
He caught it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. They'll try it again from the 1 on second and goal. Back to throw. It's Orji. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Sherrod. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The most satisfying play in football, and they remain undefeated. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.